Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys. Hello. And girls. Marshall here. And I'm bringing you a 1 versus 1 this time between Matiz in blue as the Holy Roman Empire and Demonsheep in red as the Rus. Matiz bringing out a prelate immediately as the Holy Romans. An interesting choice, and moving one dude all the way up here to get a house right next to this wood line that's away from his base. Interesting moves there. Keeps his potential wood line away from his TC, but also makes it potentially vulnerable. But getting the prelate out first means that he's just getting loads and loads of food off the bat and can keep churning out villagers at a rate of knots. Meanwhile, though, Demonsheep down here as the Rus. Got one vill on wood, having put up a hunting cabin. Naturally, as the Rus, you want to get up that gold trickle by getting that up early. You don't have to rely so much on early wooderjacks, gold miners, per se. And then just bringing the rest onto food and a couple on wood up there, just to keep coming in for potential outposts, houses, all of that jazz. Something to remember, the Rus is the early knight possibilities in feudal. But likewise, the Holy Romans get early men-at-arms in feudal. Early knights should, in theory, trump those. So we'll just have to see how Matiz deals with this. Both players will be wanting to get up to feudal pretty quickly. And something I notice that Matiz is potentially attempting to do here is get his harvesting all in one place, so that his Age 2 landmark, the Aiken Chapel, I think it's called, will put near that, and will then inspire all the vills in that region. As the Aiken Chapel, you garrison a prelate in it, and they will happily inspire all of those vills to work just a little bit faster, which is quite powerful. I think Matiz is trying to really make it work. Here we go, Aiken Chapel, right smack bang right there. Bringing some vills off of gold to come and help with it. Because of course, why does he need that gold at the moment? Plus, the moment he goes back, he'll have the prelate slapped in there. The one thing that this doesn't do is put food in that region. But it shouldn't be too much trouble. Now, one thing I noticed Matiz has not done, as the Holy Roman Empire, is go around and lame or kill off hunt. He's playing against a Rus player, and the Rus get gold bonuses for killing off and livestock. So this is a bit of an opportunity missed here for Matiz to stop Demonsheep getting some nice gold, and Demonsheep running straight over here with an additional scout to get as much of this as possible. Because that's something else that the Rus will do, is they'll use their hunting cabins to produce an additional scout. While their TC continues to build vills, the hunting cabin will get that scout out, and then you've got more than one unit roaming the map, killing off livestock and hunting wolves and all of this nonsense. That's what you've got going on at the moment. Aiken Chapel almost finished for Matiz, and Golden Gate, the Demonsheep. Going to be acting as that market. Potentially help in terms of buying some quick resources if necessary. Like, for example, if he wants to save up some wood and then pop straight into buying stone and then get up a second TC, that's possible. Coming up here with a stable now to make use of those early knights. Matiz now into Age 2 as well, building up a stable ×2. Have to see what he goes for as the Holy Romans. Possibly just spam out the horseman, honestly. Because he's got most of his vills on food and wood currently. He's going towards the mill now too. Down the base. Sees the stable. Sees that the early nights are going to be a thing that he has to worry about. And he's not worrying about walling up anywhere. We've got a potential narrow pass there. And then otherwise, the only other pass is here. So this is going to be the crucial choke point that our players have to fight over on this one. We've got sacred sites on both sides of the map. And then a market here, which isn't great for Demonsheep. And then we've got one all the way up here in the secluded northeast. Which is great news for Matiz. He doesn't have to worry about it. But here we go. Coming out with the horseman for Matiz. Chasing away those scouts, just that little bit faster movement speed. Going to be preventing them from coming back. But the scouts have done their job. They've seen what's going on. They've killed the hunt. They have paid for themselves. We've got those early nights coming out now. Or Demonsheep. In they come against the horsemen. Splat, splat. As long as the scout can make it back to the TC, it might lure one of these horsemen or two into a dodgy zone. There you go, starting to get some arrows to the face. And the Roost player now building up the outpost next to, or the wooden fortress shall we say, next to the lumber camp, which will enhance the wood collection from it. Have we got additional hunting cabins placed around? No, we have not. Because this is the thing with hunting cabins. You place them next to wood, they generate gold based on the number of trees, but as you cut those trees, that gold generation is going to reduce. So what you might often see Roost players do, if they want to be sneaky, is pop a couple of early hunting cabins, let's say in this little bit here. Because you're not going to be harvesting that wood for ages. It's out of the way that people aren't going to be raiding it very much, and it's just going to generate you a nice ton of gold. So, that's something to be wary of. Demonsheep, though, coming in, preventing some harvest there. The vills were safe. Matiz managed to keep them alive, trying to get a surround on these knights here with these horsemen. With these horsemen 8 against 2 knights. Should be a reasonable trade here, to be honest, but they're not doing a huge amount of damage. We need some blacksmith upgrades for these, really, for them to really work. But with 2 stables, we're producing a lot of horsemen at any given time. Current resources, though, for Matiz look a little bit low on the gold front. Just built a prelate. Going to come over here and help with this this food, shouldn't wonder. But is housed. Very long, but there's the prelate wandering over. And we'll sit there happily as Larry. Matiz, though, being a little bit brazen, going a little too close to Demonsheep's TC there, taking a little bit more unnecessary damage that you don't want to do. Possibly just use those to scout around. That guy maybe will go back to base and get healed by a prelate. So a good bit of APM there from Matiz, pro Starcraft player. We'll just send the injured units back to the prelates to get healed up. Pre-Castle Age Monk. Keep the units alive as long as possible for the best effective trades. More scouts having a look. For Demonsheep. Seeing what's going on. Seeing any particular areas that he hasn't already seen. Comes around, sees the stable. You've probably already seen it, but you know, bugs and all that. Parrying carcass. You see, I've never actually seen that upgrade used. maybe people in the comments can let me know if that carcass carrying ability is actually worth getting. I suppose it is if you don't have the ability to expand very far, because then everything just comes to your TC and you don't have to worry about putting your villagers out in the open. Which is the only reason I can see that you'd want to get it, but I wouldn't have said Matiz needed to worry too much at the moment. He just needs to get out some spearmen. Yeah. And that should ward off the knights, but getting pushed back now by Demonsheep, who's creeping ahead in the scores there, as you can see. Going up for blacksmith upgrades now as well is Demonsheep. Trying to boost the melee damage and defense of his knights. Just constantly building more and more. Matiz, though, needs to really get the spearmen working, because he's just not managing to scale the horsemen enough quickly enough to be able to deal with the Rus knights. Yes, he's got a prelate there who's doing some good work, but needs more, to be honest. He's got his blacksmith up now. Got his damage. He needs his fitted leather work. Going up to age 3, though. Renate's Cathedral. Relics for additional garrison. Taking down the vills. The barracks does not go up. Oh, Matiz. Look at his APM. He's just following them around. Gets the vills back. Finishes the barracks. Gets some spearmen building. And then chases off the knights there. And sets up the next one. What we don't have is much in the way of stone. So we're not going to have much in the way of keep defense or anything like that. Particularly at this choke point where everything happens. Something that we don't have for the Rus yet are siege engineering technologies. And literally this knight harass is all that we've got. I don't see a transition coming in. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. Barracks. Potentially with what? Spearmen? He's now in the castle age, and the third barracks finished now. Yeah, spearmen it is. Going to be countering those that horseman spam. Now, the Abbey of the Trinity is an interesting one. Can produce warrior monks at half the cost and contains unique religious technologies. I forget exactly what the other landmark was. I think it's just a keep of... Oh, wait, no. The other Castle Age landmark is the Uber hunting cabin, as I like to call it, that spawns deer every so often. But now Matiz, with the Renate's Cathedral, is going to go on a relic spree to get tons and tons of gold. But will his prelate get there? The answer is no. Knights cut him down. Spearmen come in, forming back up. House coming in on the way. Demonsheep getting up into the Castle Age now too, so he can upgrade those early knights to fully fledged, mature knights. I'd be surprised if he didn't already have that upgrade working. Upgrade to veteran. That's for horsemen. Yeah, and there's the knights. There you go. Straight away. Yeah. I don't see him fielding horsemen, so I don't really necessarily know why he's doing that at the moment, because potentially he might even want to transition into some kind of ranged units to deal with the spearmen. That having been said, we've already seen that he's going for spearmen of his own. Excuse me. Lowering into the choke point there. See the income per minute rocketing up for Matiz because of his relics. He's got 10 fewer villagers working on gold, but he's just got all of those relics in that cathedral producing so much gold. That's rather ridiculous. And additional relics constantly being picked up by the prelates. Meanwhile, Demonsheep pretty chilled out in his base here. Hasn't gone for a second TC. Has got a siege workshop though. Going for Springalds of all things. Instead of a Mangonel, I'm not sure why. Then again, I guess the Springalds will do more damage to the Men-at-Arms than the Mangonels will. Because, of course, they are armoured units. We've also got the relic on the back of the War Monk, which makes it a bit more powerful in terms of its Inspire ability. And, on top of that, also gives it the ability to convert. Because in this game, monks can only convert if they're carrying a relic. Improves combat capabilities of nearby units after it attacks. But here we go, Matiz getting caught out in a circle. Very close there in the hidden circle of hidden tall grass trees. We've got a conversion circle that did not work. Nice try there from Demonsheep, but Matiz a little too wise to that one. Will try again. Will run back into the tall grass with both warrior monks. Be ready for another conversion circle. Probably trigger it. Can he bait into it? That's the question. Matiz now with the spearmen, the men-at-arms, and the veteran horsemen. Just trying to get more melee upgrades. Still no siege units from Matiz, but we have got those Springalds from Demonsheep. But this control here is really good for Demonsheep, as I say, especially considering this tall grass. But you got a stealth forest or whatever you're going to call it. But you got to be careful now. As he decides to push in, Matiz has got very good APM and micro abilities coming from Starcraft. I don't know where Demonsheep hails from, so he might well have the same godlike fingers, if you will. Godlike mouse control. Because Matiz does seem to be a pretty even matchup here, and most people put the Rus at a higher level of feasibility than the Holy Roman Empire. So many would say that Matiz is at a disadvantage here going against the Rus. What was that? No idea. Springalds do also have additional range, which also might be why they're being used in this engagement otherwise. There we go. Get them men-at-arms. We need more Springalds, I think. They're working pretty well. Need to make sure that you don't get housed. Matiz on the run here. Lounge Connect. There's the infantry. Unarmoured. with area effect attack. You just got to get those Lange Connect in. And I don't think you can run them in as a big blob. You've got to sort of run them in as a surround to get maximum efficacy out of them. Maximum damage output. And Springolds are not very good against buildings. Just saying. There you go. Outposts coming up from Matiz, desperately thinking, okay, time to get the defenses going. We've got the rams, though. Demonsheep provoking. We've got to defend those Springolds. Knights against horsemen. Knights will win. And spearmen against spearmen. Haven't got any Lange Connect over there. Lange Connect running around the back here. Look at this. This is Matiz trying to be sneaky. This is Matiz trying to be sneaky. He has got to worry about those warrior monks and their conversion, though. There's a lot of spearmen coming in. We've got a good number of Lange Connect. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Get them out of that circle. And there they go. Unarmored. In they go. Baited just enough for Matiz to bring in his horsemen from the other side. The Lange Connect there. Against the spearmen. Looks like it's a pretty even fight at the moment. Matiz managing to successfully defend with his numerical advantage here, I believe. His Lange Connects are gone. Because those spearmen are veteran spearmen, and you don't want to be fraternizing with those. But the remaining horsemen can't really deal with the spearmen. There are a few knights left. The monks are gone, so those aren't being useful anymore. For Demonsheep, and Matiz, against all the odds, has won this battle. He's reset the military pace. 23 units for Matiz, 22 for Demonsheep. And Demonsheep is on the run. Demonsheep was in the middle of the base a minute ago, and those Lange Connects round the back, with that sort of duck and weave, as it were, bait and switch almost, changed things up significantly. But now we've got a constant production of spearmen, or at least it looks like it. Where are they all coming from? Ah, back here. I was going to say, these forward barracks aren't doing anything. Constant production of spearmen to deal with them. Have we got any more siege coming out? No, we've got just a constant Knighterino. Stab, 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 my word. Knight's not getting anywhere. Battering rams being escorted away. No new warrior monks. Just the one, not three like before. There we go, starting to get a few more of those produced from the cheaper chapel, the Abbey of the Trinity. But here, look, Demonsheep is just being a nuisance. Just killing off a villager or two and then running away, maintaining control of the center, building a keep right there. Ooh, that's both nasty and also a bit risky. A Treb here will just deny that, make it pointless. Because then you've got to push in to get to the Treb. But let's have a look at the unit counts again. 46 for Demon, 50 for Matiz, so it's still neck and neck. Let's have a look at the actual units that we've got here. We've got Horsemen and Lange Connect. Where's the rest of Matiz's army? It's kind of all over the place. Just Horsemen, Horsemen, Horsemen. Matiz could go and start fooding all the way up to Imperial, but right now he needs the food for his army. Especially now that Demonsheep is being a bit of a demon. And not with his sheep. Unless the villagers do just blindly follow orders, at which point, yes, they are then sheep. Here we go. This push might be a little bit premature, because if he does get pushed back, he doesn't have the keep to fall back under just yet. In comes the battering ram on the TC again. Warrior monks maybe get a conversion circle in. We'll have to find out. But up goes the keep. Are we going to get a springald attachment? Certainly needs to get boiling oil up in there. A second keep? No. Siege work. Oh no. Trebs and whatnot coming out of there to just pump away at the keep and the other buildings. No bueno out of that one. He can't afford them though. Struggling for his gold. In come the horsemen. They see the forward siege camper. They must be thinking, excuse me? We've got loads of Lanchknecht in Matiz's base, though. He's stocking them up for something big. If he can get those Lanchknecht against the spearmen, they should be pretty decent, to be honest. He's got to keep his vills alive while building this keep, though. And here we go. This is dangerous. Conversion circles here could be dangerous in the confusion. In the confusion, you're never going to know if there's a conversion circle. Here we go. Matiz backing out. Just area denial, allowing the whittling down of that keep. But spearmen against horsemen with Lanchknecht assisting. Not ideal. But the spearmen seem weak. Matiz's horsemen and Lanchknecht are coming out on top. And all of a sudden, once again, Demonsheep's military is down to 27. Matiz, though, maintaining numbers at 50. Matiz finally seems to have found the combination of units to get rid of the Knight Spear Russ. I hear a Treb. Where did I hear a Treb? There it is, in the middle of the farmland. That farmer must be a little bit irritated. He wanted to plough that patch. Now there's a big wooden structure in the middle of it. But it's popping away at Demonsheep's keep proxy. Springolds against the Lanchknechts, though. We noticed that Demonsheep wasn't able to keep up the raids elsewhere. He possibly could have done, but... Ooh, speaking of, knights wandering around. Possibly going for this second TC up here just to be annoying. Splitting up 3 of them going for that. Matiz wary to this. Going up into Imperial as well. With the additional TC, Treb just constantly whittling down this keep. Nothing to heal it. Scout saying, coming through. This deer carcass is going off. Don't get in my way. There we go. We managed to kill off a few vills there from Demonsheep up on that northern TC. And likewise on the side, he's found a potential winning maneuver here. Matiz's Vill count now down to 39 as opposed to 109 for Demonsheep. So Matiz's resources, in terms of income, his wood has collapsed. We've got Trebs against Trebs. The aggressive keep is no more. Matiz has no wood income. He's got a lot of gold income, and I suspect he's possibly got the technology that allows those relics to give him food as well, because he's definitely not got enough farmers to produce that much food per minute. What is that? Is that chat? What is that noise? I've no idea. But, can't get to the Treb, not that he really cares to at the moment. He just needs to keep killing vills for Matiz and maintaining this forward position. We've got some repairing going on the keeps in both instances, keeping the Trebs busy. Lanch connects and Knights being a real nuisance. The thing is, Demonsheep's army has now grown back to Matiz's numbers. Is he bringing in crossbow to deal with the Lanch connects? He's not yet. He's got the haven't the Roos got some kind of ranged unique unit later on, or am I making that up? Look at this. Matiz realizing, oi, I've got a leak. So he's going to go and plug it. This is pretty static battlefield position. But here, look at this Demonsheep. Up here with a few knights just ready to be a nuisance once again. Hasn't got a holy whatnot to deal with the sacred site. Traders, though. That's the thing. Those relics and those traders are keeping Matiz in this game. Without the Rainit's Chapel right there and the upgrades for the relic income, Matiz would be down and out because he does not have the income otherwise to keep trading in a market to get units. And that's why Matiz's unit counts have fallen by the wayside here somewhat. He's just constantly trying to upgrade. Get to some men-at-arms. He's got to go to men-at-arms now instead of just Lanch connects. And in he comes again. Demonsheep against the Vils. Knights now against the men-at-arms and the Lanch connects. In theory, the Knights should win that fight. Lots of siege by the mountains. We got Keeps facing down against Keeps here. So many Vils coming out from... Oh, wow. They are cheap Vils. Out of that. Produces villagers 75% faster and cheaper. What? What? I did not know this. Unbelievable. Demonsheep definitely has Matiz on the run now. Matiz being a very reactionary position. While that's going on, let's have a look at the upgrades that have occurred. We're getting all the attacking. But most of the defense, we haven't even bothered getting area defense. Not a lot of range going on in this game. Military Academy could really help push Demonsheep into the winning situation here, even getting some biology upgrades from that university there to help his cavalry stick around for a little bit longer. But yes, if he can up the military production, elite knights too. If he can up the military production, then that really will stop Matiz dead in his tracks, because yes, we've got all of this income per minute, which Demonsheep is winning on massively. But Demonsheep there, look at that. Look at those resources, 1,600, well now, even more than that. But anyway, a lot of food and gold. Matiz just can't build units fast enough, it seems. Demonsheep at the pop cap, Matiz nowhere near it. Having to even build walls on the reverse of his base there, and missing a bit just there. Strange placements for walls. These trebuchets just going to be a complete nuisance going forward constantly now. But we've got the cannons up there, I think. In come the elite knights now, trying to pick off this treb, and they will do so. And go over to the horsemen. Culverin, though. For trying to pick off those trebs, but it's just going to get insta-killed. The moment it rolls out of the siege workshop. Not great moves there from Matiz, and not great timing either, he must be wondering. into the range of the TC. We've got six dudes sat in there. Just stopping things getting too close. It's unbelievable. Demonsheep just sitting here with Trip saying, come at me, bro. Launch Connect's charging. Springgold's reacting, as with the Elite Knights. More Launch Connect. Can they get rid of the Trebs? One goes down. Can we focus down the second one quickly? Though we've got a Siege Workshop here, it can only just build another Treb. He's got more than enough resources as Demonsheep, and the Trebs don't go down anyway. Launch Connect falling by the dozen and being produced by a third thereof. Too many Knights now. Demonsheep with 34 military. Matiz 24. The Vil count disparity is shocking though. 133 to 50. And if you look at the map there, most of Demonsheep's side of the map now is just a blaze of red and wood cutting and markets and trading all the way to the other side. So that's where he's going to be getting his additional gold from. He's mined out his side of the map for the most part from what I can see on the map. And he's managing to keep Matiz very, very encircled here. Situated. Another thing that Matiz has is a lot of 1 and 2 units just sort of sat everywhere as sort of singletons. Need to consolidate his forces potentially. Or at least platoon them up. You can see the score disparity though, which is where Demonsheep is, you can see quite how far Demonsheep is in the lead. Springgold's here against that is not good, but there's the GG from Matiz, finally conceding that he has no options. Very good game there from both sides. Demonsheep the Rus finally overcoming the Holy Roman Empire, getting control of that choke point. Matiz valiantly trying to keep up and doing so for the most part, but then just at the end it just got away from him really, and he just couldn't keep up. He didn't have the income and the villager count to get back into that game. There you go. And that was where the difference started, look. Just shy of that 28-48 count. And that's where Matiz could not recover. So it was all Demonsheep's strategy to just run in and kill off those Vils that won the day. Very well played there by Demonsheep. Well, folks, thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something new from this game. If you did, please leave a comment below. If you've got some friends who enjoy the Age 4 stuff, please share this video with them. The engagement and the sharing and stuff really helps me out. The algorithm does not like old channels. That's really my only way of getting sheen, as it were, in the Age of Empires casting space. Anyway, folks, I've been Marshall. Have a good one.